I've shared a few stories that have been kind of hard, but I'd love to share a story that is positive. So, a lot of us have gone through the process of being a new hire. When you're a new hire, you're new to the team, there's a lot of questions that are thrown your way, questions about your education, about your work experience, your skill sets, and questions to get to know your personality and how you'll meld better with your team. But you also have questions that come about during your new hire onboarding phase that may be questions about your personal life. That's happened to me a lot where people just ask, where are you from? Are you married? Do you have kids? What part of town do you live on? So on and so forth. Typically for me, as an out member of the LGBTQ community, I have been asked questions about my family. And when I answer those questions, oh yeah, I'm married. I have a wife. We have a daughter. As soon as I say those parts of my identity, I can see where the person that I'm talking to may just disassociate and separate me from having a personal life. No longer am I a whole person who has a life outside of the workplace, outside of the confines of our four walls, whether they be actual four walls or virtual walls. They see me as only Alicia. Alicia who works in marketing and communications. Alicia who provides a skill set or a resource to the organization. I'm not Alicia who has a loving family, a spouse, a daughter. Those elements, those parts of me are washed away because they can't see past the fact that I'm LGBT. It makes them uncomfortable. And because they're uncomfortable, they erase that part of me. And so I'm not able to just exist. So right now, I am the newest member of the marketing and Marcoms team at the Association for Advancing Physician and Provider Recruitment, also known as AAPPR. And this is really the first place where every member of the organization, I mean, from the top to the bottom, including volunteers and board members, have seen me for my whole self. In my past work experience, I've found a couple of advocates here and there, and I shouldn't necessarily say advocates. I should say allies, whether they were vocal allies or silent, but I've had maybe 1 to 3 allies that I could really count on within these associations that see me for my whole self, and acknowledge my family dynamics and accept them. In my new position, it's the first time where I really felt like, whoa, the whole organization like sees me and accepts me like I am a whole person. And it's nice. It's so nice. When you have LGBTQ plus employees or coworkers, and we say that we're looking for someone to be an ally, an advocate, to stand with us, this doesn't mean that we want you to come to Gay Pride or come to the Pride Parade or go with us to a drag show or whatever it is that you're imagining that might mean. It just means that we want to be seen, to be acknowledged, and to be affirmed. And I want to share, it feels like a simple way, but it was so impactful for me. Just a simple way that I felt affirmed and acknowledged within my new position at AAPPR. So I have been at the organization for over 90 days. And typically when you're in the organization, you have like your 30-day review, a 60-day review, and a 90-day review. I had a 90-day review and it was great. I acknowledged some places where I feel like, I could be doing a little bit more. I was promptly reminded by our CEO, Carey, that I have only been here for 90 days and I need to give myself some credit. And yeah, these are good ideas. Let's use these to move forward. And I'm just really excited to be a part of the association and helping to move the profession forward. Super pumped. So I'm at home. I get a knock on the door. Ooh, it's an Amazon delivery. I'm just like, I didn't order anything. I assume my wife has ordered something. I open the door and it's a box. It's for me. Oh my gosh, it's from the association. It's from Carey. I open it and there's a book. So this book is a book that I referenced randomly in a team meeting on just from a regular Tuesday, nothing special. And I said, oh, I really think I should get that book. She paid attention and ordered the book for me. That was already special. I felt seen, I felt heard. I felt like someone cared for me because this was not something that I had requested from the association or asked for. I was like, oh, I think I should get that. I actually had it in my Amazon cart and was going to order it at the end of the week. In the box was also a gift bag. So I open it up, I read the tag, I realize it's for my daughter. I randomly mentioned during one of the little chit chats we were doing before a team meeting started that my daughter wanted to learn how to crochet. And the CEO, she remembered that and sent my daughter a gift of a beginning kit for crocheting so she could learn how to crochet like a cute little fox. And we have been working on building out this fox. On the little note that was sent to my daughter, it said, I hope this helps you with your new crafting, and I can't wait to see a picture of you of this once you put it together. My daughter smiled and she felt so special, and that made me feel so special that she was acknowledged. Now, throughout my career, I've had other coworkers who acknowledge my daughter. Because people love cute little kids, right? They'll acknowledge a cute little kid. But typically, my wife is ignored. People don't remember her, or I'm always having to re-out myself by stating I have a wife. She's just not committed to memory. Again, this goes back to people not feeling comfortable about me being out and LGBTQ plus at work. And so they erased that part of me. So let's say, I think it was 2 days later, another box arrives at the house. And I'm thinking, again, my wife has ordered something. What did she order? I pick it up and it's addressed to me. I was like, oh, okay. So I open it. And again, it's from the association. It's another thing from Carey. And I open it and it is a gift for my wife. So I just want to, so it's in the little gift bag. You guys know where this comes from. A lot of people do the little gift bag wrapped up. I said, oh, I open up the card and I just see my wife's name, Tyranny. I'm like, oh, let me give this to her. So I give it to my wife. My wife reads it. She doesn't read it out loud. And she opens it up. And it is a gift that speaks directly to some of my wife's interests, something that she likes to do. And she just smiles. And she says, wow, this is so nice. I don't even know what to say. Tell her I said, thank you. Tell her I said, thank you. And she's like, oh, this means so much. And she gets up and she walks off. So I picked this up to read the rest of the card, and I want to read one of the statements on the card. And it says, thanks for sharing Alicia with us at AAPPR. Thanks for sharing Alicia with us at AAPPR. I'm trying not to be corny and emotional, but it really does touch me because I think about how much time we spend in the workplace and how much of my past work history involved people not acknowledging my wife and only existing in the confines of work, and a coworker being shocked when they see me out at the grocery store with my wife and stumbling over their words and not knowing how to interact with us, and to come to a space where on my interviews they talked about work-life balance. I've had that happen before, but it wasn't really something that was true when I got to work. They talked about diversity, equity, and inclusion. I've had that come up on interviews before, talked about their commitment. However, once I'm a part of the team, that wasn't there and wasn't carried through from higher leadership. And we talked about where, we see you as a whole being and, we welcome you. But then I get there and I'm not really welcomed. My skill sets are welcomed. What I can provide to the organization is welcomed. But me as a whole, for all that I am, I'm not welcome. I'm just producing for the org. And it's just a transactional exchange, not a partnership, not a collaboration, not a give and take between me and an association, an organization. It's just give us this stuff and we'll give you this check. But to give my skill sets, to do great work that I'm proud of, I want to feel seen. I want to feel heard, and I want to be able to be my whole self and not be ashamed or have to deal with people feeling uncomfortable when they ask me, what did you do for the weekend? And I say, my wife barbecued and my daughter and I washed the dogs, and it was just an at-home weekend. I don't want that to feel weird or for me to feel othered when I'm doing some things that I just consider to be pretty normal, pretty average. So in those moments of receiving these 90-day gifts, which I've never received a 90-day gift or acknowledgement past my 90-day review, it was nice to see that not only was I cared for and acknowledged, but my family was cared for and acknowledged. So if you have the opportunity to truly, really see, welcome, and affirm one of your LGBTQ plus employees or coworkers, take the time to do so. Take the moment, share that feeling, because you never know how that's really going to impact them and how that's going to impact their families or their loved ones. It's a really meaningful thing and it's really touching. And I'm just really glad that I have this new position within this new space that just allows me to just be who I am. I could just come up to work and do my best and not worry about these other ways that people may try to silence me at work. I'm just able to be, and it's freeing and nice. There's so many things that I have to unlearn. But I'm so excited to do so. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope this gave you some ideas on how to help welcome your new LGBTQ plus employees and how to affirm your LGBTQ plus employees and coworkers that are on your team right now. Again, I'm Alicia Gradney. Until next time.